We are here in Remscheid, in my hometown. I'm very, very proud to have with me the Senior Vice President of the All India Football Federation, Subrata Dutta. And first of all, a thank you to the Remscheid boy that we're able to do this interview over here. Babita, we were at the SpoBis sports conference, the biggest one here in continental Europe in Düsseldorf over the last 2 days. How was your experience?
Well, it was a wonderful experience. Never expected so much. I could meet the who's who of world football over here in this conference. It's a huge conference, attended I think by thousands of football officials all over the world, and the conference really went on well. There were continuous seminars in 3 halls, and all the seminars were of the very relevant topic for these days, and I heard a few seminars, and I was present in the conference. I learned a lot. I'm returning back to my country with a lot of information, a lot of knowledge and experience, and I wish that such a kind of conference also is held in India, because we need to learn a lot, and such conferences would really educate us in the right manner.
You and I had a very special India session for the first time. SpoBis had an India session in it where we got a half-an-hour window to showcase India and Indian football. The timing was perfect, I would say, after the successful Under-17 World Cup. How was your experience of our session?
Well, the session really went on well. I could inform the august audience about Indian football. I told them that Indian football has never been so good. I told them about our FIFA ranking and our qualification for the Asian Cup final rounds, and I told them that how our leagues are doing, how our grassroots football development, how our the overall development of the game, how we are doing it, and I also told them that the Indian football lovers, they are really hooked on to European leagues, a major part of them, and especially the young generation, they are following European leagues on a day-to-day basis, and so there is a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of hue and cry about the European leagues, the clubs, the European clubs and the European players. So India is a ready market for them to explore, and I'm quite sure that the leagues and the clubs, if they come to India, if they enter Indian market, they would really benefit out of it. They would be able to grab more sponsors for their clubs or their leagues, and they would be able to have a huge enhancement of their eyeballs and visibility in India.
In that market, yeah. And have an impact also on the development of football in India. I think that's very important on that front.
Right.
But besides the conference, besides our own session on India, we also organized a few meetings with the German Football Association, the VfB, with the DFL, the Bundesliga, Borussia Dortmund, RB Leipzig. How was that for you?
Well, I came here with the intention that I would educate the concerned persons whom I would like to meet here and about Indian football and how serious we are regarding the progress of Indian football, and I would also inform them that if they want to come to India, not only to help us in our development process, but for their own benefits also, they have to come with a genuine plan. They have to come with a long-term vision. They should approach All India Football Federation, who would show them the right way, the right direction, how to explore the Indian football passion and ride on that passion and make their dreams happen. Okay, so for that they need to join hands with All India Football Federation and help All India Football Federation to develop football there, for the promotion of football there, because because we also need to know how the youth development program, the grassroots development program takes place in the clubs, also under the leagues or the federation, so that we can also groom our boys, prepare our boys with modern scientific training in the right manner, and you know, those boys who would make us proud in the near future. Because you see, for the Bundesliga, the clubs, they have such a sound youth development program that they develop boys who make them the world champion. So we also need to know that know-how, so that we can also do the same. And also, I asked them, you know, how do the clubs, you know, look after their finances? How they make themselves self-sustainable, financially viable and feasible. So if we know that, and if our clubs also follow that, our leagues would become more viable, more feasible, and our clubs would continue for long term, and they would also serve football in the right direction, in the right manner. So it will really benefit us. And if they come to our country, which is so vast, so diverse, and which has so much of potential, so much of fan following for the European leagues, for football, that they would also benefit. It will be a mutually beneficial friendship. So I told them, I met, let me tell you, I met the head of marketing of Dortmund. I met the general secretary of German Football Federation, DFB, which is known as actually Deutsche Football Bund, actually. Yeah, and I met the general secretary. I also met Mr. Oliver, who's the head of football development here, and he's also the head of director of national teams. And who doesn't know him, because he was a World Cupper in 1996. He in fact scored the winning goal for Euro, and Germany became the champion. So he's a well-known footballer of the past, and he is now heading the football development of Germany. So I met him, and I also met the head of international affairs of Bundesliga, and it was a very good meeting, fruitful meeting. They are all very much willing to help India, to come to India, to join hands with us, and make things happen for us as well as for them. So I said that you all have the expertise, we have the landscape, let us work together hand in hand, and to take the game forward. And it was wonderful meeting them, and I'm going back to my country with a good experience, a lot of knowledge about football, and with a high hope that German football league, the Bundesliga, German DFB, and the clubs over here would come to India, enter Indian football market, which is awaiting to welcome them, because our boys who have the talents, they need to be groomed professionally with modern scientific training. They have to be system groomed so that they can also make it big in the near future. So our country is waiting for them. I have welcomed them. I'm quite sure that things will start happening. Thank you very much.
A win-win situation for both sides. But on an interesting note, were you surprised in the genuine interest from the German side in India and Indian football?
Yes, I was quite surprised that they are so much willing to know and help Indian football. In fact, they were in the discussion, they were quite proactive, and they were self-driven. It's not that I had to, you know, pester them and beg to them to come and help us.
And they asked the right questions as well, right?
Yeah, they asked me the pertinent questions, and they really extended their helping hand, and I could feel that they really have a soft corner for us, and the way we also have a respect for German products and German football.
Overall, 2 days of SpoBis, now you've been here 4 days in my hometown, Remscheid. How was the experience overall?
Well, it's a picturesque town, I should say. except the climate over here, the weather over here. I'm not used to such weather. It's extremely cold, but
I just need to add, it's actually warm for our standards, so it's actually not that cold.
But here, when I'm speaking now, it is 1 degree centigrade, which I think I have not experienced anywhere else other than Switzerland. So, and maybe once or twice in Kashmir, but it's difficult for me when I go outdoors. But the beauty of the place, that is so overwhelming that I don't mind, bearing this kind of weather, and because I really, whenever I went around the town, I really felt happy from within.
Thank you very much for joining us for SpoBis, Babita, and I also want to say thank you in the name of Chris Roy, Chris Ponakatudaniel and myself that you joined us for the first session.
All you guys over here really helped me and made my trip wonderful.
Thank you very much, and keep following us on our social media, myself, arunfoot as well, Chris and CPD Football, and we'll keep you updated on football around the world. Thanks a lot and catch you soon.